Hey guys, Jack here with the first video ever to the channel. So this channel is mainly based around stories like the one today. So this channel is basically going to be a storytelling channel. So this all starts back in 7th grade, I believe, and I showed up to school and I saw one of my friends with a brand new watch. So I didn't really care about it. So later on that day, I found out he was flexing it to all the class and saying that it was a Rolex. So I went up to him and I started talking to him. And then I asked him to see his watch. And then I saw it said it was a Rolex. So he was around with another group of friends that were also my friends. And one of them was a big jewelry fan. And so he knew a lot about watches and chains and all this stuff. So he saw this, and clearly anyone that knows a tiny bit about jewelry and all that stuff has to know this is fake, because this looked so fake and it felt so cheap and it was not real looking. So I asked him, "Oh, where did you get it?" And then he said, "Oh, my dad got it for me." And I was like, "Oh, cool." So I asked him if he knew what kind of Rolex was it, and then he told me what kind. I don't remember what type what it was, but so I just remember looking it up, and then I went to images, and I went to that Rolex, and it was a replica. So I went and I saw the numbers had a different font than the Rolex also had a different font. So I could clearly tell it was fake because, compared, it was fake. So I was like, "Where did he get this?" And he's like, "Oh, he got it at this jewelry store at the mall." And I was like, "Do you know where?" And he said, "Oh, no, I'm not sure." So then I told him it was fake, and then he was like, "Oh, you don't know jack shit about watches. This is clearly real." And I was like, "I'm sorry, buddy, but it's not." And then me and my other friend got in an argument with him about why it was fake, and then I started showing him pictures of a real watch compared to that one, and it was clearly different. So the day went on, and then I remember getting called on the speakers in the classroom. My name get called to the office. So I said, "Oh, what could it be this time?" So I went to the office. I saw the kid with the fake Rolex, and the other kid that was arguing with them too. That was also me. And I clearly knew what this was about. So I sat down, and then the principal asked me, "So Jack, do you know why you're here?" And I was like, "Yep." And she was like, "Let's call him, let's call him Eric. Why were you bullying Eric?" And I was like, I was not bullying Eric. I was just clarifying that he had a watch that was not real looking. So I looked it up, I compared it, and then I showed her the difference. And so, after that she was like, "Well, Jack, that is still considered bullying." And I was like, "Exactly how?" And she was like, "Oh, you're hurting his feelings by telling him it's fake and stuff." And I was like, "How? That's not true." And I was like, "I'm sorry, but I don't think that hurts his feelings." She was like, "He came here for a reason, didn't he?" And I was like, "Yeah, but I don't think that's something I should get in trouble for." She was like, "Jack, just leave the office." So I left, and they had this little lounge area for where kids can sit. So I sat there. And then she called me back in the office. And Eric was not there. I don't know where he went. There was a little door to leave the office, and that door leads to the rest of the school campus. So I was alone there with the other kid, but the other kid, I never heard him say anything. So she was like, "I can get you suspended for this." And I was like, "How?" She was like, "What you did is considered bullying." And I said, "I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be rude, but it's not." So she said, "Listen, I'm going to take you off with a warning and just go back to class and never do something like that again." And I was like, "Yes, ma'am." And I left. And then I found out the other kid that was arguing with him did get expelled because he was, I don't know why, him and not me, but I think because he started it or he called it out or something like that. I'm not sure. So, yeah, that's the end of the story, how I almost got expelled for exposing someone. So yeah, make sure to subscribe, leave a like, and comment if you want. But yeah, that's the end. Thank you guys.